Not gonna lie, seeing this kind of offer makes me weirdly optimistic. I just hope he doesn't end up like Misha Mazza, because that was a nightmare in itself. Hello, welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge with Siena. We may have just had our biggest offer so far and the board did not accept it, which is honestly a bit of a surprise, but I guess also shows how highly regarded Riccardo Sonelli is. And yes, he's a pretty good defender, both sides he can be used on, both as a on the left and on the right, 3 stars each, which is kind of good, and I suppose tells you how much of a surprise it is that he's not even considered the best player on either side. But still, Sonelli's really good. I'm surprised nobody has tried this before, or tried to go for him before now, but here we are. And, well, he's had a few offers last year as well, but this is the biggest one we've ever had. About 750 grand potential after 550. It already would be our biggest ever fee, so that's something. And I'm gonna be honest, we've also got another deal, and this one I'm not so sure about. I'm gonna be honest with you. Giacomo Bovo looks like he could be a decent winger, but I don't know if I want to sell him, and he's not even in my main team either, so I am legitimately considering selling this guy on to MVV in the Dutch leagues. I generally don't know what to make of it because it's such a strange situation to be in, because their division is pretty much full of money. I kind of wish I was in the Dutch leagues now I think about it, but yeah, their division is full of money. They made an offer about 3 days ago, and I am legitimately considering whether or not I want to sell this on. He's got 10 months left in his contract, not 10 years, 10 months left in his contract. They put an offer in, and I'm actually considering selling this guy on. Even though he looks decent, I don't really have a place for him at the moment, and that says a lot. Also, talking about players we let go, do you want to talk about the transfers? Callum has left us for Pontardawe, and I generally decided, yeah, this is a good call to make, because he wasn't going to get any better as far as we were concerned. And question marks, yes, maybe I shouldn't have sold him, but at the same time, he wasn't getting any first time. Brazzoni was ahead of him as well as the left winger. And we also had Bondi playing at side. We got Mate Batiao and Jacopo Benici also able to get much better potential than this guy. And I thought, yeah, he's only a Serie D player. He's playing close to his full potential. Why not let him go? And if we had to compare him to Brazzoni, Brazzoni's the better player. It made sense to get rid of him. Yes, he's not as good at technicals, but everything else, I say he's better. And it's worth getting rid of this guy. Practically the same guy, got rid of him, and we also let go some players, released them. A load of them were released, actually. Let's talk about them. Martino was the first. He hasn't got a new club yet, and honestly, as soon as DiBiase was able to join us, I knew I was probably going to let this guy go eventually. And yeah, 29 years of age now, left us for nothing. After 281 appearances, he never scored a goal, which is surprising. I genuinely thought he'd scored a goal before he left us, but he never did. Campinosi left us. He's actually now at Pro Vercelli, which is actually something I did not know about. Cool. Good for him, honestly. I'm happy he's got this role at this new club of his. I didn't realize he joined a new club already, so that's actually pretty good. But yeah, the fact he's already got a new club is, I guess, a good sign for his point of view, and it's actually the team that's in the same tier as us. Well, they predicted the finish, thinking about it. I'm curious. They're not a bad team either, and they've got the guy into their team, and mid-table team, pretty backup player, but we got rid of him because we didn't see any more potential in the guy. I generally felt that maybe getting rid of him was a good call. This guy makes sense to get rid of. Goalkeeper wasn't good enough. He's not got a new club yet, and he was never going to get a new club as far as I'm concerned. He wasn't going to get a chance. Ferrara, though, Rieti have actually, at times, they surprised me. They've actually been in the same tier as us since they survived they came up in 25. And they've been around the promotion or the playoffs since the last 3 seasons. Well, I say the last 3 seasons. 2 years ago, they almost got relegated, but last year they got 11th place. The year before that, or 2 years before, they got 8th place. So, yeah, they've been mid-table, knocking on the door for a playoff place. They're looking at Ferrara. They're expecting him 13th place as well. That's a good team for him if he gets that opportunity for them, honestly. I always enjoy seeing my former players and seeing where they go and how they end up going to new places, personally. That's just how I view it. And it's interesting to see what they can go and do. Zauli is at Taranto. So, Taranto has got the guy, and good for him again. Another team that's picked my players up. Now, you can see why I let this guy go. I generally said at the time, I didn't think he was good enough to get better, and I didn't think he was going to get much better. A Serie D player who's got the potential to be a good player for this division, but I didn't think he was going to get the game time to improve, so he needs to move elsewhere. 10 goals and 55 appearances, and also average rating when he was playing was actually kind of pathetic, so it made sense to get rid of him. So, yeah, don't regret letting him go. Just hope that he gets some good time at his club that is in the same tier as us as well. They are predicted to finish in 12th place, so another mid-table team. Picking up one of my reject players, so I'm actually excited to see where this goes. And also, he was going to pay 600 a week. He's got 250 here, so good deal all round for us as far as I'm concerned. Riccio, let go, goalkeeper, wasn't getting any better, wasn't going to do much more. He's no longer at the club, and he hasn't got anyone interested in him yet. Makes sense to get rid of him, honestly. Yeah, Luigi Longo has now found his way to San Marino Academy. Good move for him. How is he getting paid? 950 a week. What? He's been paid more than any of my players in my club. At San Marino Academy. At the age of 19. What is this team, actually? I genuinely do not know what the San Marino Academy is. What do they do? What is their goal? They can only buy players who are under the age of 20 years of age. I did not know that was a thing for them. That is such an interesting team. And they're in the San Marino. So, do they let their players go to these clubs in the future? I have no idea, and it's so confusing to me now. But yeah, Pierluigi Longo is now at the San Marino Academy. Good for him, I suppose. And the last player we let go was Alioni. Now, I'm in a about this initially, and the more I thought of it, the more I realized actually it's probably a good call to let him go. He's never going to be good enough to join to really get better, and despite the fact he got 18 goals that 1 year, it was a one-off season. I couldn't see him do much more, and on average, he was about average as well, so it felt like the right time to let him go, let the younger players come in, take the spots on the bench, and honestly, he wasn't really playing a lot either. I say that he did get a few goals last year, 3 goals and 4 assists in 17 appearances. He started 11 times, but yeah, when you're playing less than half the games of the season, and I'm considering your future, and you're on the last year of contract, it was a good time to let him go. I hope he doesn't retire, but I hope he gets a team twos, because he's definitely good enough to do some damage to some teams. It's just a matter of making sure that we can get that up and running, and we had to let him go because, well, he wasn't good enough for my team anymore, and that was sad. I had too many players, and I realized I need to let some players on. So my assistant manager left me, and that was not a thing I was expecting. He's gone to Serie B. He was asking for he was on 1.1 grand a week. He was asking for 1.3 grand. I couldn't offer the money, so he left us to go to Consenza, who are in Serie B. It's his second job as assistant manager. He was with us for 9 years. So it's kind of sad to see him go. He was pretty good too. But yeah, Serie B team, they are predicted to finish in 15th place, so not a bad team either. And they're in the process of a board takeover apparently as well, so kind of the worst time to get there, honestly, when you're trying to survive and you're in a transfer window. I say that, they're still not that bad. Either way, this is their first year in this division, and they're hoping to do well again, survive once more, and who knows, maybe they will. I'm a bit sad that he left me, admittedly, but I've got a new assistant manager now, and, well, let me introduce you to him. Please welcome Eros DeSantis. Now, he was actually a former player of ours. I didn't know this initially, because he was just brought up as someone to get my attention, because he was at Montebelluna as their assistant manager. He's been there for a year. They are in the 4th tier, I think. 4th tier. I'm hoping I'm correct as I say this. Yeah, 4th tier, Serie D, Girona C. And I'm going to be honest, they got decent finances too, to be honest with you. But we took this guy, we paid about 50 grand to get him in. He isn't the best he isn't the best assistant manager I've ever had, but he's still pretty good. There was one guy that actually was recommended to me, and he had a load of nationalities for his knowledge, but he wasn't as good as DeSantis, and I generally felt, yeah, a former player of ours coming back to be our assistant manager, that was a pretty cool story in itself. Either way, he's now our assistant manager. I'm happy, and we got a few more things to talk about. Like, Sadio left us as an under-18s coach. He was actually kind of young when we brought him in. I think he was 24 when we brought him in. So he's left us to go to Lecce as their under-18s assistant, under-18s coach. Wasn't the best coach in the world. I could actually afford to let him go, which is saying a lot. Because we've got so many under-18s and 20 coaches that they all work together as one coaching unit. It made sense to let him go. So I wasn't upset. And that says a lot. It really does. That I could literally say about this guy. Especially when we're bringing in someone like Hilla Bernard in. 40 years of age. He's got the highest continental license you can get. But he's only been paid $275 a week. He's been paid less than our previous guy. I just realized he was actually working as the under-19s manager at Le Proy Foot 43. Here's a funny story. This was actually a team I considered going to at the beginning of the save. So this is another team that's got to be a history here. So one of four teams I ended up not going to. They're one of 2 teams to have actually been relegated. And no team I was considering had ever been promoted. So I just find it very funny. I really do. So that's one less thing to worry about as well. So, bit of history with that guy too, honestly, which is a bit surprising and funny at the same time. So I might have made a bit of a clang of this guy. I made this guy my under-18s performance analysis. I kind of regret that now because I thought I was getting him as a recruitment analysis. Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. I don't know what I was doing there. But Serbia knowledge. We got someone from Serbia. Does that actually count? Can we check this? Okay, it doesn't count that much. It only counts about 36%. I thought I was getting more than that, I'll be honest. So we got worldwide knowledge. Why am I doing this? Worldwide knowledge of 8%. And yeah, that's not a lot when you think about it. But we're doing something, I suppose, right? We got something. Yeah. Also, we're going to talk about the cup now. So we've got the Coppa Italia Liga Pro, and we've got 2 teams you would know very well, Siena and Pondicherry. They're back. We have them in the cups. I'm actually not going to do much. I'm actually going to look at this and say, this is the league as well. I just want to talk about the league first and foremost, because we are predicted Division 9th as things stand. Now, there's 2 more weeks before the first league game of the season, so anything can change. We've got 2 games I'm going to hope to do in this video too, so that'd be nice. Both Coppa Italia Liga Pro games. Pondicherry just been promoted. They're supposed to be in 5th place, and Siena is supposed to be in 18th. I'm still, this surprised me. Versus Entella being down in 17th place still shocks me. It really does. But yeah, we're supposed to be in the top half team. The board wants us to get in the playoffs now as well, and yeah, that's the minimum. That is the minimum. Yeah, that's something. They're upset with the fact that I'm not helped the financial damage. I might actually have to sell players. So looking at this, maybe I'm gonna accept this deal just because of this offer. Also, yeah, 750 grand. If I get $1 million offer for this guy, I will probably accept it. Don't have anything else to say about that one. I will have to probably accept it. This is the first team. This is the first game that we were using in this save, and injuries and tiredness has affected. I literally forgot to take some players out there on the 20 team, and it's cost me a bit. So there, here we go. Bondi's out injured too for 3 days. So he'll be back in the second game. Sanelli's out for 1 to 4 days, so he got actually injured as well before this game started. DBS is out for 2 to 5 weeks, and Antoniotti is out for 2 to 4 weeks. So yeah, DBS out for 2 to 5 weeks is a bit annoying, but for the most part, we're just gonna see what we can do. We got a few players that we can probably justify making some risky calls with fitness, but it is what it is. We're just going to see what happens and hope for the absolute best. We should be winning against someone in essay, but there we go. Let's do ourselves some justice. Let's win this game and absolutely destroy this team. So they got a throw, and honestly, this is one of the teams I genuinely had issues with last year. Well, we may have beaten them once, but we actually drew against them as well, and we could have lost against this team. But Skabata's on the ball. We know he can run and run and run with the ball. Goes for goal. He's hit the post. Okay. Good effort, I suppose. They get highlights straight away afterwards, and Skabata finds Oliver. And here we go now. Balbini is on the ball. We can do some damage here. Plays in the middle. Ooh, okay. For Tozy gets his head to it. Oliver scores. Okay. I don't know how it's gone in, but it has. Fantosi with the assist. Questionable defending and goalkeeping there, but Jack Oliver gets his first of the season. We love this competition sometimes. We just gotta make sure we do more of it, right? How's it gone in, actually? I need to check this out. So it's been headed away, and then Fantosi gets his foot to it. It's like lobbed over. The defender misses the header. Then Oliver just nods it home as the keepers dive for it. Alright. So here we go. Marcadello's headed away by Kaluka, who is our best defender now. That is silly. Macias scores. That is a silly goal to concede. Set pieces is our issue again. We hate set pieces, it seems like, as Cantore's already looking very tired. But what has happened here? They're trying to drop deeper too. So Kaluka gets the ball away. That's the good part. Then the header's in. And it looks like one of the defenders... apparently Bossy gets to that and Musquera gets there first. So we need to get ourselves back in front. Barbini, Oliver, Barbini. I don't really want to make a change at the moment as we lose the ball here. And this is a big concern. Marcia finds Rossi. Fantosi doesn't get the ball back. Robotti. I genuinely thought that referees are defender for a second, but here we go. We get the ball back. Cantoro gets it back. Heads for Fana. And can we do this? Brazzoni, he is very good on the left for us. His Chattetti, who I actually haven't talked about. He can play the left back too. And Oliver gets his second. Look for someone in the air. Jack Oliver's there. He is so good in the air. He's more of a target man, but we literally use him as a player that can be found in the penalty area, and he's so good to be found. Didn't even try at first. He just jumped afterwards, and he still got there first. Is he offside? No, just on. But yeah, defender tries to get there, and Oliver still gets there first. I actually want to get further in this competition this year than the group stage for the first one in a long while, because we keep on getting the playoffs, but we don't seem to do well as of late, and Skabata surely gets there first. It should be free. There we go. His first of the season, 3-1. This is a team we should be beating 9 times out of 10, and this is a group we should be qualifying out of 9 times out of 10 as well. So this is a really good ball. So Chattetti's got 2 assists now. Skabata gets his foot onto it, and he takes it around the keeper. Well, he doesn't take it around the keeper, just passes it through, and it's in. They got a goal kick. We're going to get there first. Here's Oliver. Apart from that absolutely calamity goal that we conceded with a free kick, we've been good. Porcini's in. He's come off a Canturo. And Bozzone, Oliver. Porcini, who we know can score from long range. Here's Chattetti. Porcino, sorry. That was almost calamitous defending on their part as well. But here we go. Colucci plays it forward. Scapato. Brilliant. Love this football sometimes. When we can get going, we can get going. That is a very good finish. It's literally just, we can just be so direct, and it works now. And Scapata's quickly able to get to his feet to that too. Oliver's got the height. Scapata's got the pace. It's beautiful. So we've got a chance. We want to make it, we don't want to consider second, as we do consider second. Calvin Kodjo is 4-2, so I'm happy with the 2 extra goals now, but gotta say, bit terrible defensive here. We need to really sort out our defensive frailties at times, because this is a bit of a concern, seeing how often this happens now. It really is. I swear, if they make it 4-3 now, I'd be so annoyed. But Pellegrino gets it away. Here's Oliver, who would have been a good ball if Scott Battle was actually able to read that, or if he actually had the right mind for that point in time. But we get the ball again. Scapazzo will get to this first. He's headed it back to Porcino, who can run forward with this. Bozzone, Bonici plays it in the middle. Bozzone should make it 5. He has. It's 5-2. His first of the season. And yeah, we are comfortable now. Back to 3 goals in front. If we can do this against Ponte in the next match, then we are good. I think it's apparently 6 o'clock Bato, and it's been credited with him with the assist, so I feel a bit bad for Benici there. I really do. Oh well, what can you do? Oh, it's a penalty. That's going to be 6. And Oliver will get a hat-trick chance. A chance for a hat-trick for Jack Oliver. And he scores it. It is 6-2. Comfortable game. First game of the season. We've already got a hat-trick hero. 2 goals in 3 minutes. When it was 1-1, I was concerned. But now it's 6-2. And this is all key highlights too. We've just had so many highlights as well. Rizzoni finds Capaz. This could be 7. He's found Oliver. Oh, he should have made it 7. I can't believe I'm saying we should have made it 7, but I just said that. There we go. Very good second half. Very good game. 6-2 winners. Not a bad way to get our foot in the competition, is it now? Next year, 4.352. Goodness gracious alive. Okay, so remember what I said about offers being good for Sanelli? I think we might have just come to some of these offers. This is a good offer for a player that I was not expecting much from. And Udinese 1 and 2. So they don't want to... This is a non-negotiable for him. But this one, can I get more? I feel I can get more for this guy. I really feel like we can get more than that. Can we make it to 1.2 million? If it gets to that, I would be interested. They're interested. Okay, 1.2 million, 50%. This will sort out financial issues too. Yes, it'll be a loss. He would absolutely be a loss, but financially, we can. It feels like an offer too good to turn down. And also, we've got Pellegrino, who I will need to look into make him better as a fullback now, but he can play as a centre back. He can play in all 3 roles as well. So while he's not perfect, it wouldn't be the end of the world because we've got Barbini as well, who is the main man at the moment. And also, this guy can be a right back as well. So we've got a lot of options if we need to bring someone up. But yeah, 1.2 million, 400,000 go to 1.2 million. And with 2 installments of 200,000 coming in for afterwards, that feels like a good deal. And 20 appearances for 400,000 as well. 50% for the next fee as well. That just feels like an offer too good to turn down. I'm going to turn down the Udinese one because I feel like that one's a bit questionable. I did say 1 million. If we get 1 million, I would be interested. And we didn't even need him in the last game to do that good. So I genuinely believe that might be the best deal we could have gotten here. He literally feels like a very good deal. And we need the money too because we are currently in the red. So it wouldn't solve everything straight away, but it would definitely help us out financially in the long run, especially when you've got the extra fees as well coming in. And Borvo, I'm going to let him go as well. So I knew I had to make some deals, but 1.2 million? That feels like an offer too good to turn down. And I tell you what, they've gone and matched him. This is up front. 1.3 million. Yes, we're not getting a minimum release clause, but 1.3 million up front, I can't even blame them. I cannot even blame the chairman for this one. That is too good to turn down. He wants Udinese to turn up as well, but that is such a good offer. 1.3 million up front, while the Spazia one is 1.2 million overall. The fact I accepted 1.2 million and this guy says, okay, 1.3, and they've gone on outright and said, we'll match it. Go on, we'll match it. That is such a good deal. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to accept offers above the asking price and reject offers lower. So I'm going to literally say that's a thing now. I don't mind. He's only worth 79 grand and we're getting 1.3 million offers for him. I'm not upset. That is a very good offer. Yes, it's a bit annoying we're not going to get any future fees. But up front, that is such a good deal and we need the money. Because we're apparently going to get 1.6 million in the red if we don't. So that is a very good deal. And Borvo's leaving us too. So we never used him, but it makes sense to let him go as well. And also one of our players has left us for Seminole Academy too. So there we go. Bordini's left us. I didn't want to make a comment about him because he's not that great. So it makes sense to get rid of this guy. Was never going to join us. Never going to be in our best team. So that feels like a good deal for us. Okay, so we've got our next game now. We're actually considering playing Bondi, but we're going to play Fofana instead because Bondi's not fully fit. I don't want him to get injured. So we're going to move Bondi up there, Militano down there. Because I like to have my two, literally, how I do this. First 11 here, then literally every single position, second 11 there. And an extra player on the bench as well. It's perfect. I love the system. I love Italy because of it. But here we are. We're going to take on Pontardawe. We're going to see if we can get all 3 points and win the group. Because that'd be great, wouldn't it? So Ned is the only player that's coming in and changing from last time. He is replacing someone. I can't actually remember who he's replacing. But either way, he's replacing someone who is not listed because we had a bench. We had a friend in between the 2 matches. So let's see how we do, shall we? We got a corner. Scapata takes it. Fofana's on the ball. Finds Bazzoni, who goes for goal. It's found its way to Coluca, who gives us the lead inside 28 minutes. His first ever goal for us too. I didn't know that was his first ever goal, but that is great news to see that is the case. We lead this game. It was a bit fortunate. It's found its way to Coluca, mind you. It looks like it's been blocked, but it was going wide too as well. So a very bad shot that's found its way, being a very nice assist. Siena with the long throw. It's not... Okay, it's been dealt with by the goalkeeper. I was expecting not as much to go right there for them. For some reason, I don't know why. But here we are. And we get the ball back. Bazzoni's actually a bit tired. I think he might have been injured somewhere. I don't know what happened here. But Siena, in what could be his last game for us, is on the ball. Bazzoni on the ball now. Siena once more. Canturo finds Fantozzi. Here's Canturo again. We know what he can do. And Oliver's in. He scores again. 4 goals in 2 matches. He's having the time of his life. If we can get the 2 strikers getting 20 plus goals each, then we should be very, very good. And that's in the league, hopefully. We've already got 4 goals in this competition. But this is a good ball from Canturo, who I know can do that sort of thing on a consistent basis. It's just a matter of making sure he's consistent enough to do it. Got a throw. This is an newly promoted team as well, so... This feels like a very good victory so far. So Nelly plays it. It's a long throw in. And Oliver does get there first. He's got 5 goals in 2 matches so far. And yeah, keeper's come for it and didn't get there first. That's a mistake on his part. But this is a long throw in. And Sanelli, he's honestly the best throw and taker. So if there's one area we'll miss him in, it's that. But either way, 3-0. We should be comfortably through now, shouldn't we? So here we go now. Another long throw. Sanelli takes it again. And Canturo on the ball. Kept going, Canturo, but it's gone for goal. That's his first of the season. 4-0. This is a very, very good group. We've got 10 goals in 2 matches now. Not a bad way to get your first goal of the season too. That'll help your confidence, won't it? The defender actually tackles him. Looks like it's a foul, but he gets through, and that's a very nice finish. Nicely done. We've got plus 8 goal difference right now. Fantoso at the corner. It's found Bondi, who's I'm on. Pellegrino finds Bottiari, and it's 5. It's his first this season now. This is a very, very good game. Didn't think of it this comfortable, but there we go. It's his first goal in a while. We won 5-0 away from home. And that's the first we've ever done that. That is very impressive. Very, very impressive from us. I don't think I've ever had such a good game before. But what I'm going to do now is end this here. We'll see about the situation with our best player or best fullback next time out, who we can definitely replace and we're not going to lose out on. So we're getting this here. Hope you guys have actually enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video. Like I said, those 2 offers there, 1.2, 1.3 million. Makes sense to look at that and say selling. Anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.